Since the beginning of the Ebola outbreak, one New York company has seen its profits rise dramatically. Lakeland Industries makes hazmat suits, the kind used by healthcare workers in West Africa and also in hospitals here in the United States. While the company had a humble start about 30 years ago, their annual sales have now surpassed over $100 million. And many people are asking, is it ethical for a company to make money off of a global health crisis? Nick Harper has the story.
Stitching to save lives. In this sea of yellow are just some of the 25 million suits made every year in Lakeland Industries' 2 Chinese factories.
We are very proud that the protective suits we manufacture can be used by those who are fighting against Ebola. We feel that in this global campaign we are having our role to play.
Christopher Ryan is the company's CEO, based at their headquarters in Long Island, New York.
It can hold up under a fire hose, it will keep all liquids out, and bodily fluids is what transmits Ebola.
The company makes all types of protective suits, but it's their Ebola wear that has generated so much demand in recent months. Hundreds of thousands of suits have gone to West Africa, in particular to Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone, the 3 worst Ebola-affected countries.
Oh, we're sold out till June. We are in the position where everybody basically called us, and these are the major governments of the world, asking us to make, hundreds of thousands of suits. And so we're really booked out. We've almost tripled our capacity.
This startup company is now a multinational, pulling in $100 million in sales every year, which leads some to question the ethics of making money from this terrible virus. But Ryan says he has no qualms about the financial gains for his company.
Well, that's true of anything anybody makes. When you make garments for hospitals, they go into an operating room where they're saving lives. It doesn't bother me too much because in essence here, it's not the Africans paying for this. It's the U.S. government, it's the UK government, it's the Chinese government. It's the governments who I pay tons of taxes to, basically paying for this.
The suits themselves only take an hour to make, but are made to withstand the worst. Healthcare workers in Africa need to be certain fluids cannot pass through the suit, as that's the way the virus is transmitted. A healthcare worker wearing one of these suits would have extra coverings on their feet, on their hands, and of course on their face. But importantly, all of the seam lines are covered in tape. The reason being is that just the smallest pinprick can let through more than 12,000 Ebola viral particles. Demand globally has increased, with governments worldwide deciding that now is the time to get prepared.
What we really see after the Ebola epidemic is hospitals finally preparing, so they're finally waking up and saying, we should have 10,000 of these in a closet somewhere, and they can sit there for 10 years and they'll be good. But they're a great insurance for us, and it might cost them $10,000. It's not a lot of money.
With the virus continuing to spread in West Africa, Ryan thinks there'll be no let-up in demand over the next 6 to 9 months. And depending on global efforts to contain the virus, his company is likely to see continued interest for some time to come. Nick Harper for Telesur, Long Island, New York.